Yeah, man, hey. Hello, you beautiful people. Listen, man, this is a message from Small Bean Tunge. Download the MiniDeed app where your likes are donations and donate money to a variety of charities in this blessed month. Yeah, man, hey. I hope you all having a beautiful day. Stay safe, stay smiling, and stay giving. Hey, do your mini deed of the day and bless up, man, from Jamaica. Check it out, man. Yeah, man.
It's the ending that kills me, man. Assalamu alaikum, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that little intro to this episode. That was actually from a MiniDeed user who went out and got someone from Jamaica to make that video. So this video is about MiniDeed. We've got Sakib with us. Before we get into it, make sure you follow us on all of our socials, including our new Instagram account. We're posting on it regularly. The Instagram is at We Are GC Podcast. And yeah, enough said. Ramadan Lockdown, episode 3. Let's go. Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of the Ramadan Lockdown series as part of the Groupchat podcast. We're back. We're consistent, inshallah. We've got Sakib here with us from MiniDeed, and this episode will all be about what MiniDeed is, what Sakib's involvement is, and how you guys can get involved, especially in the month of Ramadan. So, Sakib, welcome to the podcast, bro.
Assalamu alaikum, Sadiq. Thank you for having me.
Wa alaikum salam. Obviously, we've known each other for a couple of years now. So, inshallah, we can keep this podcast as serious as we can. And
We'll try our
really,
best.
and really try to be as informative and insightful as ever. Let's start off with MiniDeed. What is MiniDeed? How would you describe that app?
Okay, so MiniDeed, it's a new way of giving. So think about it's a social media platform that meets a crowdfunding platform. So think Twitter or Instagram that meets Just Giving, for example. So what it is, it's an app where every post you make on MiniDeed, you link it to a charity that you care about. And instead of liking, with MiniDeed, you're allowed to do more than just like. By with every single this tapping function being the main way you interact with posts, every single of these taps are donations in pennies to the supported posts. So essentially, every post raise money for causes you care about.
Let me show it. Let me open up the MiniDeed timeline and see what's going on here. So basically, it's literally just normal posts. I don't know if you guys can see that. Wait. Normal posts, and literally they can be about anything. I post my suhoor or fota every single morning, and I'm raising like 50p, even £1 of something simple that if I tweet out will just get likes, right? So it's social media with a purpose almost. Yes. Alhamdulillah, it's a beautiful app, and it's got an amazing community. It's building it's growing and building really fast. And yeah, so we just want to know how did you get involved, and at what stage did you get involved?
Okay, so that's a good question. So the way I got involved, I think my memory is a bit hazy, but I believe it was around 2 years ago. And so I work at the moment in a company, in an investment bank, and where I used to go down to the prayer room to pray Zohar like everyone else, and I used to pray with a few of the other Muslims in the company, and obviously as you go down to prayer for it, after prayer you usually have a chit chat, and this used to be a common thing that I used to do. And one of my colleagues that I used to go down with was a Muslim guy called Mehdi. So yeah, we used to always have small talk. We used to pray every time, and that's how my relationship with him built. And one day after praying Zohar, I just asked him. We engaged in small talk. I asked him like, "What's up? What's going on?" And he assumed that I was talking about some app. So he's like, yeah, he started answering, so yeah, the app is going great, and as in this is what we've built so far. And it's saying, I was like, wait, hold on, what app is this? I was a bit confused, and then he's like, oh, did I not tell you about this? So I'm trying to build this app, and that's how I got introduced to MiniDeed. So he showed me this very first early version, which some of our early supporters, adopters do remember when we were running focus groups. It was a very early version, not as beautiful as the one that you see right now. But yeah, that he was showing, and he was showing me the concept of it, as in it's a social media where you can tap to donate pennies. And yeah, so that's how I got introduced to it. That was the start of my MiniDeed journey. So as soon as I saw that, I found the idea first very, very cool, as in as a social media user myself, like as all of us are, like some of us more than others. It was something that was really, really attractive to me, because I could see that as I could see the innovation behind it, both from that perspective, but also like in terms of the tech perspective, and being from a tech background, I found that really, really interesting.
You saw the potential of the tech stack.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
So
you bought the idea straight away. You were in.
Yeah. So the way, So I was interested. Mehdi was like great. So at that stage, they only had a very basic version on Android. So it was more about all right, at this stage, it's like, if you want to help, just help us get users, and they wanted to see it. So I looked at it, and I think I remember like attaching myself onto this project by sharing it on my Twitter profile, saying, "Hey guys, I'm I'm joining a new project. It's community." At that stage, by the way, we were really small. I think there was only Mehdi and one other co-founder, and also one backend developer, and the team consisted of them three, and they even built it themselves in terms of that first version. And so and that's what I did. I think one of the first early things I did was share it with people to see what the reception was, and from there I started getting more and more involved, doing more things, trying to be proactive and figure out what do we need, and trying to grow this amazing idea out. We in these 2-3 years we've built up this we've built up the platform to what it is today. But that's the initial early on story of how,
SubhanAllah, it is a very, very good story, going to the prayer room, praying, and just small chit chat that's led to a beautiful campaign, a beautiful project, and your involvement. We've seen it. What would you describe your role as?
So I'm overseeing a lot of the growth that we're doing. We're doing a lot of it in terms of in terms of the marketing, in terms of fostering the relationships with the community. I think I see myself as trying to be as close to the users as possible, in terms of if we're going to market it. I'm trying to understand how we're going to grow it out, how we're going to see this potential. How we're going to see its potential out. But it's more, I would say a lot of it is to do with growth, doing a lot of the marketing around that. That's kind of the things I'm doing, and Mini Ramadan was one of those campaigns.
Great stuff. Before we get onto Mini Ramadan, I wanted to ask a question about just being involved in a startup. Like what are the challenges? What are the pain points? What are the things that you get excited about? That kind of thing.
I think in terms of challenges, challenges, it takes a lot of time, effort. You have to be all in the start. I think it's something, if you really want to see it through, you're gonna have to put all your time in, all your time and effort, And I think that's especially coming across right now, where we're working especially hard to grow out, to do a lot of things in the background. And yeah, I'd say effort is one of the more challenging things in terms of, like, I'd say positive thing. Well, even effort is not that much, it's just something that you need to
Yeah,
understand.
yeah, yeah.
But in terms of things that really excite me, I think what I really love about MiniDeed, it's engaged me in all manners of way, in terms of it really makes me think about and taps into my creativity, and taps into thinking about how we're going to grow this out, thinking about the app itself, being and generally myself, I'd like to say I'm driven by passion. I'm like a dog with a bone, in terms of I chase around stuff that I'm really passionate about. Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes that's not. But with MiniDeed, I think especially when you're working in a startup, that's an amazing thing to have, because you're willing to take it, and you want to take it places that you wouldn't as a just normal employee. You're not more. It's your baby, right? It's what you want to see as your own, and you're gonna push that through. You're gonna be motivated to push that through. And I think that's what one of the great things about working in that scene is. I think it's, once you join the team, you're part of that very small community, and you are going to work very closely together, and you are going to work really hard. But I think it's the excitement of building something that's amazing.
Makes perfect sense. So let's talk about the Mini Ramadan campaign.
Okay.
What is it? What is the Mini Ramadan campaign?
So Mini Ramadan. So it's essentially what as we're growing. This is our first campaign that we've run, and hashtag Mini Ramadan. It's about sharing your Ramadan isolation experiences for charity. So we're in the current situation we're in now, as me and you, we're both doing this virtually. We're at home and we're in lockdown. And for Muslims like us, we are facing challenges we've never faced before in terms of Ramadan, right? Our masjids are closed, and that feeling of community, the feeling of brotherhood, the feeling of sisterhood, that community feel that usually we anticipate so much during Ramadan, that's gone. It's not got. The masjid usually fosters that, but it's not as what we wanted to. So what we wanted to do with Mini Ramadan, we wanted to connect you guys, connect the community together of that's joined and united together to do good. And that's what we see that's happening today, right? In terms of and the amazing thing about MiniDeed is when you're sharing, we wanted you guys to share your experiences. So what are you doing this Ramadan? And well, for me personally, I've taken up cooking, which has been a
we all have.
Some people might not like it, some people might. But it's one of those experiences that I've taken up, and I've been sharing on MiniDeed, and people are doing a lot of these things.
And we're laughing at that because you shared it on MiniDeed, of course, and you know there's like that mini chef, mini baker trend where it's really positive and everyone's saying, "Oh, it looks great," all of this, and then you shared it on Twitter afterwards, right? And what did you get? Someone came at you for?
It was So So what I would say is I wasn't met with the same level of positivity
Exactly,
in terms of with me. So what I'm really loving, what we're doing with MiniDeed is fostering a community of positivity. So I didn't find those two words. I don't know how that flew really well.
That's kind of like why I brought that up, is because on MiniDeed you can share something that may be silly, maybe something that you wouldn't normally share, maybe even be personal, and you'd get a positive reaction. And to be honest, I don't know where that's come from, because these users, majority of them have come from other social media, from Instagram, from Twitter, which that atmosphere isn't there. You share personal stuff or stuff on those platforms, and you may get ridiculed. Someone might have a problem with it. Yeah. So what do you think is the main reason for why there's such a positive atmosphere on MiniDeed?
So right, this is a phenomenon. I'd say it's a phenomenon that we're seeing in terms of people are sharing things that they would never ever share in other platforms. They're because they are met with such level of positivity that the platform breeds positivity, right? Because you're literally uniting in doing good, right? Every post you make is having a real impact. The post you make about your cooking could be the ones that's building a well in Africa. The post you're making about gardening could be the one that actually is helping orphans. These are the things. This is the real impact the MiniDeed is having, and from that we're seeing a phenomenon of this extremely positive environment that's being fostered through the app. And I've been personally loving it. I think what is essentially that every different social media platform, it fosters a persona. So you have a persona for LinkedIn, you have a persona for Twitter, and you have a persona for Instagram. And with every social media, they're known for those different personas. And I think what's happening with MiniDeed, it's that it's fostering one of your best sides in terms of is fostering your positivity, the persona of philanthropy, the persona of actually giving. I think that's what's really coming across. And because of that, it's fostered such a positive environment that people feel like they can share even the most intimate details. Now, I could tell you stories of like real posts that we heard of like such intimate stories, and how MiniDeed has actually brought that light of positivity into them. It makes me really, it's really heart touching, and it's a real phenomenon that we're witnessing right now, which I think is amazing.
I think you make a very, very good point about the whole persona thing. And, you know, certain apps unlock a completely different side to you that exists, but there's just not the right platform for it. You know, even like in the month of Ramadan, we all become closer to the deen and try to learn more in that one month. In another month, we could be a completely different person. In that same concept, on Twitter to Instagram, we could be a completely different person. And MiniDeed has just provided another arm to our personalities almost, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, definitely.
Yeah.
So how do people get involved?
Oh, okay. So great question. So we're doing a couple of things with Mini Ramadan. So the campaign is literally with Mini Ramadan. You can get involved by simply downloading the app and go ahead and start sharing your Ramadan isolation experiences. And what book are you reading? What are you cooking? What are you doing in Ramadan isolation? Whether spending quality time, share it. The community loves it, and you can see that community, and your posts are going to raise real money. So that's a primary way of getting involved. If you want to get that's the actual campaign that we're running right now. If you want to, and get your friends on board. I'd say get your friends and family to join in. You want that community around you, and that's another way that we're encouraging, and we'll especially encourage in the next few days. It's about it is the community feel. You want to bring that even more by bringing your friends and family and saying, don't you want to see what I made this cooking? You can come and share, come and see it, and support my posts. And these are the things that we want to do. So main thing is get involved by making these posts. See, you can be in that community and take part and support other posts by donating pennies, but also bring your friends and family. These are all the ways that you can get involved right now.
Yeah, I'd say even if you don't have family or friends that you can push to get involved, don't worry about the community vibe either, because every new post I see that says, you know, this is my first post, they raise, you know, a couple of pounds, and that excitement is there. Also, I check the comments, and everyone's welcoming them to MiniDeed. It is a family vibe there already. So don't stress out about that community vibe. So what is in store for the future of MiniDeed? Do you, I guess there's do you worry that maybe after Ramadan, there might not be that sense of usage or positivity? How do you keep that going?
So we've got there's two parts of that question. Let's talk about that second part first, which was around how do you keep that going in Ramadan. So one of the things that we're planning, well, one of the strap lines of MiniDeed is, what's your MiniDeed of the day? And it's about you. It's about you to find. It's about trying and do something good every single day. And with MiniDeed, it's as simple as just one tap. So we want to encourage you. We want to encourage you to do that. And this isn't just for Muslims, right? In terms of we should all try to do one act of
absolutely.
I don't know who it was that said. They said this quote. We might need to revisit, but it was like, one small act of kindness is one small act of kindness regularly is what changes the world, and we can do that. And that's one of the things that we want to encourage. Especially we're being so generous right now. We're seeing so many good deeds happening right now. What's your mini deed of the day? And it's your social media, right? It's your you want to see what everyone else is doing. You want to be part of that community. You want to find that positivity. So it's about, well, what are you doing after Ramadan? So that's the way that these are the messages that we want to help push that across. And these are the things that we want, essentially.
Great
and
stuff.
You've got the other question was, what's in it for the future,
what's in store,
right?
for the future? Yeah.
Okay, so in terms of right now, I think we're doing well in terms of growth. And I think we're seeing that community growing. We're looking onto we're looking to build even more partnerships. We're looking into obviously in lots of new charities are onboarding onto our platform every day. Our work rate is still growing strong. So it's giving that platform and helping more charities is one thing. But we're also going to be looking into not just Muslims. We want to bring everyone on that platform, right? MiniDeed is not a Muslim only app. It's one of the things that we want to include everyone else. And I think that's really going to come across in our next campaign that's in the works. Be sure to check out on that. But it's gonna involve one thing one cause that I'm really passionate about, which is around mental health. I think that's gonna be but yeah, keep an eye out for that. We're still working on it, but these are our focus. We're still going. We're working hard in the background, and also improving the app. Adding new, we want to add more features to the app as you see a lot of people on the feed as well. All of these things that we're looking at, and we're trying to improve the experience for all your mini leaders out there. And these are the things that we're thinking about.
Well, may Allah put barakah and success into all of your efforts, and onto all of the people that have already onboarded that community and family there. May Allah put barakah in all of their taps, inshallah. So with that, we're going to go on to our Q&A. And alhamdulillah, people have asked questions. I've had to download Curious Cat. I told myself I would never download Curious Cat ever again, but you know what? People prefer to ask questions anonymously, and alhamdulillah,
small price to pay for salvation.
So I'm gonna ask just the best questions, because I think we've gone over. I think we've done around 20 minutes, so we can go through a few questions, inshallah. So one is, hang on. Yeah, this is a good question. So this question was asked twice. How good does it feel for MiniDeed to have grown in such a short amount of time? And it's a two-part question. And how do you keep your intentions sincere?
Okay. Great two questions. So in terms of how it feels, it, it feels amazing in terms of seeing something that you've worked on, and we worked on it for quite a while now. It's been a few years, and we ran focus groups. We done a lot of research and trying to build into what you see today. Seeing new people being introduced to it, see it, and find and what I'm really loving is the profound impact of something that you've built and you've helped build together, come to life. And I think that's that feeling I think is unmatched. And
Alhamdulillah.
what I do sometimes is just search MiniDeed on the social media to see what people are saying,
Yeah.
and it's been nothing but positivity. It's
Mm.
just been so nice to see that, like we've broken through and we're growing, and being so many people are being introduced, and we're having a profound impact in other people's lives. I think these are the things that really really makes me feel really good about it.
Yeah. And then the
In terms
second
of
part of that
intention,
question,
right?
yeah, intention, because it's such a public app, right? You
Yeah,
have to almost share the
definitely.
successes so other people
Mm,
are more interested to come on. How do you
yeah,
keep your intention sincere?
that definitely. And that is something that I think about a lot. I think it's a good question to have, especially as a Muslim. I think MiniDeed is going, it's growing, and it's a very public thing. And I do have have to share these things, and I want to share these things for you guys to be part of the journey with me, right? And I think it's not something that, in terms of how you do it, I don't think it's something that you just put in a band-aid on and done, my intention and fixed, and it will be for the coming years. It's something that you have to continuously evaluate within yourselves, and and that requires a lot of self-reflection in terms of looking at what you achieve and looking at what has been done, and always evaluate why you're doing this. And um, uh, that's one thing I'd say. Self-reflection is key. Uh, yeah, I was gonna say something else, but I've just forgotten.
Yeah, I think,
But
alhamdulillah, yeah,
yeah.
the fact that you're regularly reflecting on what's been achieved. Um,
Oh yeah, I just remembered what I was gonna say.
yeah,
I
go
think
on.
the other thing I was gonna say, it's for me, as obviously I always, and that's what I always have to remember, it's that all the success, it's not coming from myself. Like,
Mm.
this is not what I've created, or like, this is not something I've done. It's a blessing from Allah. It's a blessing that I was in that prayer room that day, and it's a blessing that Allah gave me this opportunity to be introduced to this amazing thing, opportunity of prayer. And these are the things that I need to continuously think about. It's not, oh my days, this guy built this amazing thing, or he's been part of this amazing thing. It's always, I believe as a Muslim, that it's always going to be a part of an opportunity that Allah's given me,
Yeah,
and that's why I need to always drill into yourself, and you should always drill yourself in whatever projects you're doing. That it's not you doing. You're not the one doing the favor here. You're not the one that's bringing this to other people. It's Allah that's chosen you to be. Allah has chosen you to do that. And if He didn't choose you, He would choose someone else. So, like,
alhamdulillah.
the gratefulness that you should have that Allah's chosen you to do it is the shukr that you need to constantly have shukr over that. And um, that's the thing. You need. It's a privilege to have. It's a privilege that you constantly have to have shukr over, and these are the things you do to try and keep your intention sincere.
So, inshallah, our last question from the listeners is a question about the app and your vision. So, has the app changed from what you initially hard word, envisioned it to be like, compared to what it is now?
Mm.
So, basically, when you
So,
first saw the app, what was your idea?
mm. So, interesting question. I think for that particular question, obviously, it'd be interesting to hear the founder's perspective. But from my own perspective, I think what I saw as a vision was that we've removed so many barriers to donating and fundraising. The term using is democratized giving and fundraising, in terms of want to empower. The vision I saw was that I want this to become a platform where people who've never considered fundraising before, or like they've never thought, oh, I don't have the popularity, or I don't know people who donate. So these are the people, those guys, we want to empower them, and we want to make that accessible to everyone. And the same with giving, people that felt like they couldn't support, people that don't have that, they want to support everything, but they don't have that money to do. If they were a millionaire, they'd give out money everywhere. People that want to just give, I think, making that accessible to everyone by donating even as little as a penny with a single tap. I think these are the things I wanted to do, because I think, and making it in a way that is painless. I think that those are the visions I wanted to do. I wanted to make that accessible to everyone, and that vision I don't think has changed.
Hasn't changed,
especially now. Yeah. It's something that we like. People are right now, people that have never fundraised before, people that have never donated before, are doing both of those things for MiniDeed, and want to continue doing that. And these are things, not even like right now, other things I'm thinking about that are adding, like the vision always grows as you go along, right? And these are things I'm thinking about, is that it's also tackling this. This is something that I see in our community, right? In terms of it's a guilt trip culture, in terms of asking for donations. Like, everyone's in your face, especially right now in Ramadan. You get like 20 different WhatsApp messages of asking you, and you get stuff like it's extreme guilt tripping in terms of for you to donate, right? And it goes to the extremes where they record, and charities have to resort. I'm not blaming charities for this, but charities, because of this whole environment they're in now, they have to bring out imagery. They have to bring out these powerful imagery to invoke people to donate. And the beauty of MiniDeed, it's more, you can use it to ask for donations, of course, but it's every post it's a simple, it's like you like this thing, right? You like the post, and that's how you're donating, and it's unprompted. It's fighting off that culture of giving. Giving was never supposed to be, even as a Muslim, giving is never supposed to be like this, where you're supposed to be guilt tripped, and giving should always be something that you want to do, right? You want to do an impact, and this is not only true for Muslims. This should be true for everyone, right? You want to remove that across the board. Of giving should be something that people want to do. They want to support them, and what MiniDeed allows you is to do that in an unprompted way. So these are the things that I'm also thinking about in my vision. But yeah, vision is it's a big topic, but it is something that continues to grow as I continue on this journey. And I'm sure it's on the MiniDeed team as well. I'm sure it's on the founder's mind as well. But these are the things that
I think just as an observer, the majority of the posts, I never see someone say, "Oh, please donate to this post." It's not like that. It's a post that's, about anything similar to what you would tweet out, and people, unprompted, like you say, are showing their appreciation by clicking that balloon and donating. So it's the magic of it. Alhamdulillah. So we've got through all we've needed to get through in this episode. Wow. I think it's been enjoyable. It's been half an hour, just a bit over that. And inshallah, later on, because this is now your first podcast really talking about the app, right? How did you find it, actually?
Yeah, it was good. I hope I did well.
Inshallah. Do you know what?
I'll let the listeners,
like I said to you, there were stages when you were talking about the app, I was getting gassed. Genuinely, Allah Mabarak. Like it's clearly a because I don't feel like I'm promoting, because it's such a beneficial app, and it will change the perspective of so many people if they download it and see how easy it is to make a post and feel good by raising some money, and how easy it is to just tap and donate 1p, 2p, and feel good about yourself.
Exactly.
So yeah, alhamdulillah, I think this has been a really, really enjoyable and beneficial episode.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming on. Do you want to shout out anything before I do the shout outs for the pod? You've shouted out MiniDeed. That's the whole episode. But yeah, no, actually, where did they find MiniDeed on
so you
socials?
can search MiniDeed on the App Store and Android. Just search MiniDeed, and you can download the app and start using it here and there as you go along. On the website is minideed.com, where you can find out more about the app, about the concept. There's we're proud of the website. It's quite sleek. So, those are the two ways. But in terms of hashtag Mini Ramadan, it's something that's continuously happening. Get in there, download the app, and share your Ramadanization experience.
Inshallah, I look forward to seeing it more. Inshallah. So so that is the end of the group chat episode, Ramadan Lockdown episode 3. We've made our Instagram, so make sure you follow us on We Are GC Podcast. We're on Twitter, the same handle as well. Make sure you subscribe wherever you're listening to this on. Follow on SoundCloud. Let us know how you're enjoying the episode. Make sure you let us know. Give us some feedback, because we always want to improve, inshallah. So yeah, that's the end of the episode. Assalamu alaikum. Take care, guys.